Hello, welcome back to Ocean Lust. Today we have Shenoa from, which school are you from?
Gateway College, Negombo.
From Gateway College, Negombo, talking to us about lagoons and the sustainability of those lagoons, especially around Negombo area, as well as the importance of mangroves, etc. So we'll be discussing a lot of topics with regard to that. So Shenoa, just tell us maybe a little bit about yourself before we start.
Yeah, so I'm Shenoa and I'm from Gateway College, Negombo, and I'm in year 11. So my love for the environment began just a few years ago when our school initiated our first science exhibition, and there I thought I want to do something new instead of inventions and innovations. So I initiated this project called the Sustainability of the Negombo Lagoon, where I mainly focused on how it should be helped and how the biodiversity, how it should be helped to survive. So yeah.
So now in this generation, we do see a lot of young people trying to take part in this, in such projects as such. But we also see another group of young people who simply don't care about the environment, etc. So what made you, as a girl, I'm guessing you're doing your ordinary levels this year, yeah? So as a young person, what made you take on such a project? There's so many other subjects around, so what made you select this particular subject?
So when I was young, I remember that there was a time when we had our church feast. It was just littered everywhere, and I just felt so sad and depressed to see a situation like this. And I also have lots of dogs at home and I love them a lot. So I thought, might as well, I like the environment, so might as well do something from there.
Right. So what is it about lagoons that you're interested in, and maybe tell us a bit about that as well?
Yeah, so as a person living right next to the Negombo Lagoon and always seeing it every day, I was inspired to see the beauty of it, but also on the other hand, how people are treating it, polluting it. So I thought maybe as a citizen who lives close to the lagoon and who has lived with the lagoon, it is my duty to help it, to protect it, and also to sustain it.
So tell us a bit more about this project that you're doing with regard to this lagoon.
Yeah, so I started this back when I was in year 8 with some of my friends. We started when we saw how we first went on a boat ride and went around the Negombo Lagoon and even came to Mutharajawala. And while doing that, we saw two sides to the lagoon. One was where how it was polluted, and on the other hand, how the species, how they enjoyed life in the lagoon. So this project is what, when I thought that I have to do something, I have to. So that is when I thought that this is what we should do as a generation, that where we will be coming in the future. So yeah.
Like that. Yeah. Right. So you also mentioned something about mangroves, right? Or if you could tell us a little bit more about that as well.
Yeah. So there are 45 lagoons around Sri Lanka, and among them there's approximately 30 species of mangroves. And here in the Negombo Lagoon itself, we have 22 true species of mangroves and 11 associates. So I was inspired to see such beauty because it's not just an ordinary tree. It helps us, the animals, and it's beautiful. So I thought maybe I have to focus on that and start a project on replanting mangroves, which I will be starting in a few more weeks.
So when in 2004, when the tsunami came in, most of the people said that the reason that some of the areas were not as affected as it would have been were because of the mangroves, right? Did that have something to do with your fascination with the mangroves as well?
Yes, because I was born in 2004 as well, during the tsunami. So when I heard people saying that the mangroves helped them, and whilst the others said that they were really affected, I thought maybe this can help a lot of people, especially when natural disasters like this happen. So I think that's also something that inspired me with mangroves.
Right. So now there is a countless amount of pollution in the ocean, in the lagoons, basically everywhere in the world. What is it that you suggest that we can do as young people, as a young generation, to sort of maybe not completely eradicate it immediately, but at least to pause the growth of pollution and to maybe eventually go about eradicating it?
I think mainly what we need here is a lot of people, a lot of young people to know, because we have come to a situation where the younger generation, some of us aren't even bothered about the environment. So whilst people like us, I think what we should do is, I think we should have awareness programs and tell them how it will impact the environment in the future. And at the moment, how we should help it by having, for example, like we had the beach cleaning day today. For example, I think we should have that much more often rather than having days for it.
Okay, so just another thing, as a young person, what is your opinion on maybe events like beach cleaning? From what I hear, the beach cleaning takes place, people collect the garbage, they go home. But then again, it's just a never-ending cycle. So what is your opinion on that, and what do you think as a young Sri Lankan, what do you think we can do to sort of curb this, to sort of bring in a solution, a permanent solution to this problem?
I think in my opinion, what we should do at the moment is that we should create awareness. That is my main concern, because I think many people don't know what is happening. Probably they know, but it's just that they are not.
It hasn't really hit them.
Yeah. So I think as a small, I think there's only just a small community in the younger generation who's working towards the environment. So I think we should act upon it and create NGOs or even small foundations and start up, maybe fund ourselves, get money, and then have the small inventions and then stop the pollution, so that because there are new things coming up like sea strainers, for example. So I think little ideas, because we are quite innovative as well as young people. So putting those ideas together as well, I think we can do something really big.
Do you have anything else to add for our viewers?
Yeah, I'd like to say that we are living in an environment where it should be loved and where it needs love. So we need to give it love, because when you look around, it's just so nice. We enjoy the views all the time. So to keep it all the time, I think we should show more love and help it survive.
Right. Thank you so much, Srila. Thank you.